Here we are at the Storm Prediction Center. So we have our current staffing. This is as many people as we ever tend to have. 5 people working right now. This is typical day shift, covering severe weather responsibilities for the lower 48 and fire weather, winter weather if it exists, but we're getting kind of late in the year for that. So people you see are going to cover it all, and about every 8 hours we'll switch and there'll be 3 or 4 new ones come in.
Why do you love your job?
I love my job because I get to do something that I would play with anyway. I would be here with you guys, 50-50 chance, and I get paid to make those decisions. So I go home and look at the weather. A lot of my coworkers do the same thing. So I mean, we're weather weenies, a lot of us at heart. So to get to do something like that you love anyway, it's just awesome. So I tolerate the midnight shifts and all the other weekends and distractions just so I can actually get to do something I'm interested in regardless. But it's a lot of work, but overall, yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And
Well, thanks for letting us off.
Just one sec, too. Your primary responsibility here in operations is what?
So what I would do is, since I work the lead forecaster desk, so I said Steve is on the phone right now. He could very well be talking to local forecast offices. So there's 122 National Weather Service offices. We negotiate kind of a collaborative thing with them for the watch decision. So before anyone else has seen anything in the outside world, you may see an MD saying, mesoscale discussion saying, 80% chance of a watch or something. At some time, presumably after that, we're talking on a conference call with any potentially affected local offices. So in this case, I don't know where it could be anywhere from southern Iowa down into Louisiana. I don't know where they're talking about right now.
Yeah, Mississippi.
So
Kansas, Missouri, maybe southern Iowa even.
Okay. So if you look at that
west.
arc of convection on the radar image that's in the kind of upper right, I guess it's that band that's right with the mid-level system coming out. So I guess he's probably severe thunderstorm. I don't know. It could be tornado.
I'm not sure.
There's an MD over Mississippi and Alabama right now. So
okay. Well, it's
anywhere.
Jeff's
it
working
could
on an MD for Kansas, Missouri right now. It should be out in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
So he could be talking. So the idea here is that we would be responsible, me and the lead forecaster desk, and you guys are familiar with the convective outlooks. I do the 1630Z outlook on day shift, which is due 11:30 Central Time. And then on midnight shifts, I do the 13Z outlook. And then the rest of the time, I'm worried about watches. So that, do we need a severe thunderstorm watch, tornado watch? Should this watch be extended? Those are, it's kind of a weird situation because I don't think people realize how much the local offices are involved in the process. This is not just SPC sitting up on some big ivory tower and we just throw the lightning bolts down and, here's your watch and like it. No, we actually, there are other professional meteorologists out there with other opinions. We talk to them and we try to reach a consensus, something that we can all live with, that reflects the threat over, how long are we going to run the watch, what counties specifically are in. And then after the watch is issued, it's largely the responsibility of the forecast office. So they would be the ones that determine, do we cancel counties now? So especially, I know from like the media perspective, it's like, can we get out of the watch?
Can we go home?
Can we go home? I'm tired of dealing with this.
Yeah.
That decision comes explicitly from the forecast office. We put out guidance for it that says we think it's okay to clear, west of this line or something. But that's purely guidance. The forecast offices can use it or completely ignore it. So it's an interesting setup. And if there's an extension of a watch in time or space, you want to add a few counties because we guessed a little bit wrong at the very beginning, or it's 6 hours later and something's going to creep out, but we don't think we need a whole new watch. We will usually help organize that process with the local offices, but we technically don't do that. So there's, it's a complicated process. The watch is 51% SPC, 49% National Weather Service, and we get 99.99% of the credit or the blame. Just because I don't think people realize how complicated, how many moving parts are in the background. But overall, we're the ones that are looked to for that decision. And